When something's strange in your space colony, who you gonna call? Ellen Ripley.
See, it rhymes too. "57 years after surviving an apocalyptic attack aboard the space vessel by a merciless space creature, Officer Ripley awakens from hypersleep and tries to warn anyone who will listen about the predators." Wow.
What?
That's from the internet. I don't know what it's fucking talking about. That is the synopsis of James Cameron's seminal classic Aliens that Lisa's going to shit on today and break our male hearts. For those of you joining us for the first time, if you don't know, now you know. We do our one sentence review. Lisa, hit us with your one sentence review.
One sentence review of Aliens. Perfect example of that's what you get for not listening to your elders.
That's true. Jason.
When something's strange in your space colony, who you gonna call? Ellen Ripley.
See, it rhymes too. My several sentences. We should have known James Cameron was trash. He put a whole ass white woman in brown face to play Vasquez. Movie good though.
Whoa.
Facts. She's as white as his white.
Vasquez is the stepmom from Terminator 2. That same woman. She's in blackface basically, and it's horrible. But she's like, for me, was like that's my quintessential Latina woman. That's Vasquez for like the first 10 years of my life.
Lisa, go ahead and rip our hearts out.
Okay,
and have me and Jason pick up the pieces.
Okay, so let's just talk about why we're watching this. Number one, we're watching it because we did a James Cameron movie, and number two, there is a whole like long list of movies that I missed.
It's a shitload. A shitload of movies.
In from like the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s because they were rated R, and so this was the guys' like top pick. They were devastated to find out that I'd never seen any of these movies. I would like to say that I have seen Alien versus Predator, however. But
much better.
So that's why we're watching it. Okay, so I wrote a nice little paragraph. Let me just
all right. Yes. Clear your throat. Let's continue.
After watching Alien and Aliens and Avatar back to back, and being an avid watcher of Titanic and Terminator 2, you cannot convince me that all of James Cameron's movies aren't in the same universe. James Cameron is just reusing the same plot points and character development in all of his movies, and people are just letting him do it. Bishop is the android who used to be the bad guy but comes back in clutch at the end. Sound like Terminator 2? That freaking slow-ass fight scene with Ripley in the robot suit is like right out of Avatar. Finn.
And C. I mean, you ain't wrong.
No, she's 100% correct.
You're not wrong at all.
James Cameron, like all the stuff you complain about Avatar, James Cameron's done his whole career. He's done his whole career.
I mean, we didn't watch Abyss, so like, which is like basically all those same things that he did. Except he did it in '88 rather than in '89, like with Aliens. So,
this movie was easier to watch than the first one. However, I think I like the first one better. And I can't quite figure it out. And all I can come to is because like in the first one, I didn't care if Ripley died or not. Like it didn't care. I wasn't emotionally attached to anybody other than the cat. So I was just like, as long as the cat lives. So in this one, I had a hard time caring about anyone. Newt a little bit, but Newt was kind of annoying to me.
A lot of people keep saying Newt was annoying. She
was like 3 words. Yeah, she
literally says 4 things the entire time. And the only time she gets in trouble is because the adults fucked up.
Listen, I know. And I felt a little bad, but I couldn't decide if it was just like because I was just a little annoyed that they put a child in there just because now we found out she had a kid, that just died, that she missed her whole life and all this stuff. So I'm glad that you told me about that. So it wasn't like, but like literally Newt was just there to be like, fire, Ripley, fire, and I'm just like, well, why is she even here? And
they mostly come out night. Mostly,
Yeah,
it's adorable.
Listen, but then like as soon as like the end happens, she's known Ripley for 12 hours, and then she's like, "Mommy," hugging her. And I'm like, "No, I'm not buying that shit." Like,
Look, when
no.
all
Hold
your
on,
parents
did
You
you
literally
see
just watch
the
your
first
mom get
person to
that-
come
murdered.
nice to you is going to be your mom. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
You literally see the queen that remember, because
Yo.
Ellen stayed there to get Newt because she could have bounced. So
Yeah.
yes, I would tell
Yes.
mommy, yes.
Yeah.
We're family now. You have to take care of me.
The aliens were definitely more intense. Like this movie was definitely more intense than the second
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And it was like that you can tell they had a bigger budget. You can tell technology had come further along. But like that slow ass fight scene, man, where she's just like,
It's 89, all right? Like,
Nah,
if you
man.
saw it 89, you would have been amazed.
Also,
Listen,
like that alien
happened?
was a real animatronic. That was no
yeah, I know.
CG.
That's
like they
super
really
cool.
built that.
Yeah.
Like that.
That alien was mad impressive. But it's another one where it was about the hour and 17-minute mark before anything fucking happened. And I'm just like, why does he keep doing this to us? He's literally ruining my life.
For us, I feel like that maybe because I thought the quippiness of Ripley was so intriguing to me because we only have seen her in Alien in that
Yeah.
atmosphere with the other truckers.
Yeah.
To see her now with the government and the military and her being accused of basically being a liar,
It's
like
not
believe all
Ripley.
women except for in the future where
Right.
yeah.
So I really liked Ripley. I enjoyed her. It was that stupid schmarmy guy. I can't think of his name as the famous
Hudson?
No. Well, Hudson.
It's hilarious.
Which one was the one who kept saying "Game over, man"?
Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson's fucking annoying. Hicks,
dude.
I really like, but I think I'm partial to Hicks because isn't he Terminator? Isn't he the
Yeah.
Terminator? Or
He's
not the Terminator? He's
Yes.
He's Kyle Reese.
yes,
in
yeah. So
Terminator.
I probably am a little predispositioned to like him in my brain, and but now I'm talking about like the suit, the guy who.
Oh, Paul Reiser's character.
Yeah, Paul Reiser. Like he
was Burke.
so annoying. He's so annoying.
Yeah,
And
he's the
like
corporate
nobody
greedy
listened to
guy.
Ripley, and it was very annoying that it was annoying the shit out of me that no one was listening to her, and they're basically telling her she's crazy when you just got her out of a cryogen for like I don't know. It made me mad that they were not listening to her, and I was just like, Ripley, you're a badass. You just defeated, these aliens by yourself, and you kept a cat alive. Like, just punch him in the
And you
face.
kept the cat alive.
And like, why are you even entertaining them? Let them go die without you. You don't need
I think that's
them.
what the point of the movie is the fact that they didn't listen to her and they all got fucking slaughtered.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we should listen to her. Like, as soon as they got out of the power plant, they were like, Ripley, what do you want to do? She's like, let's nuke it from orbit. And like Hudson or Hicks is like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm the reigning officer now. Let's nuke it from orbit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. So that's the one thing I like about this movie is like, I like when you have horror movies, or this is really not a horror movie per se, but where you have these people who are like overly confident that they're going to be like, whatever is down there, we've got it. This is going to be fun. And then they're like, oh no, even though we're highly trained Marines, this is not something that we could have done.
They're trash at taking orders. Like, you're supposed to be highly trained Marines, and you can't even like not shoot your weapon. Like,
well, in their defense, their commanding officer is a moron.
well, yeah,
Mhm.
just surrounded by morons. Ripley should have just been like,
that's
taken Newt and been like, bye, I'm out.
That's kind of
See you
like,
all later.
no offense to my servicemen, but usually that the guy who just got out of freaking training, he's, even though he's his first day, they put him in charge. And like, even though you've been there 15, 20 years doing this shit, now you got to listen to this 21-year-old kid who just got out of officer school, who thinks he knows everything, who doesn't know everything. That's why I like Apone, who's like, I got to follow this guy's orders, but like, we're going to do it my way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was dumb for them to like go in there with their plasma rifles and like,
yeah. Why'd you even consult her? And I have a question. I might have just missed it, but like, their blood is acid, correct?
Correct.
So like, whenever they were doing like the fire, the flamethrower, the alien's still bleeding. Why was everything not just melting away?
It's a movie.
Oh, oh. Okay.
I'm a hit. Okay, my assumption is the internet has somewhat answered that question. that the fire combined with the acid absorbs the acid's acidity level.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think
why it doesn't melt through. That's
I
actually
think-
the internet thought that, and they gave that answer. So
I think Bishop actually was starting to say something about that in the movie, and they were just like, "Shut up, Bishop. We don't want to care about your science shit."
right.
Like,
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So it's
like,
gonna.
how do we
that-
kill these things? Like,
I mean, I just figured it was such a like noticeable thing. I was like, I had to have missed where they talked about this because it was so obvious. You're just like watching the blood happen, and I'm like waiting for people just to melt and the floor to melt, and I'm like, what's going on? So yeah.
I hate all the black people die first. That sucks.
Well, not the person in blackface. She
Yeah, well, she's
she
a
lives a little
Latina.
Yes.
She
I don't know if
lives
she
in-
associates with Afro Latinas, but okay,
yeah.
all right.
She's like, I'm Cuba, ma.
Yeah.
So after we just heard Lisa crush our childhood, I will say these about aliens. One,
Okay.
Ripley gives a definitely OP upgrade in this. Like she is like rocking shit in this one, like busting through with the fucking tank. Like get in here, like she learned her lesson from the first one. When she was passive, a lot of bad shit happened. I think that's a huge thing in this one I enjoy is that she realized from the first one when you didn't make them stay out there for 24 hours. Like she's so passive in the first one that you can make almost an argument that every time she's passive, the threat escalates.
Yeah.
This one, she like, nah, bruh. Nuke
Take
it.
it.
Only time she's more passive is when she has to go save Newt. But everything else outside of that, she's like, nope. Let's leave. Nope. Let's go. Nope. Get him
Y'all
up out
dumb.
of here.
Hey,
Yeah.
guess
Nope.
what,
You an
guys?
android.
Y'all just
I don't
use your
trust you.
compound with explosive bullets.
Right.
Dumbass.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she's definitely like, nah, we're not playing this game this time. I told you it was dangerous. Y'all don't want to hear it. I'm not down with you suckers. So we getting up out of here. So I did enjoy that. I also like the fact that, I mean, besides the slow fight that Lisa talks about, it's still an iconic matchup, mono versus mono moment.
Get away from
just,
her, you bitch.
It's just so,
Yeah.
I almost
But
say
it's
it's so
like, get away from her.
satisfying. Also, it makes it so much more satisfying. Lisa said the fight so slow is because literally, if you watch Community, that's part of the joke in Community about like.
I get it now. There's so
Why
many
did I think
jokes
this would
that
be a
I
good
get now.
idea?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But that's
why did I
like
think this
right
would be a
out of
good idea?
Avatar.
'Cause it's so
Like,
slow.
Like as soon as I saw her as soon as I saw those things, those machines, I like immediately turned to James and I was just like, yo, that's right out of Avatar. And it was just like,
yeah, and I mean,
it's
don't
James
worry,
Cameron.
it gets ripped off. I mean, he gets ripped off in the Matrix too. Like they
Yeah, it
have
gets ripped
the
off in
same
the
kind
Matrix
of
as well.
power loader
Yeah.
mech suits in the Matrix 2 and 3.
Well,
so.
just so
But,
fresh in my brain, because I just seen it.
Right. And so the other last part about this movie that is ultimately enjoyable is just the simple fact that it submits the aliens as the xenomorphs as real threats. Because in Alien, you could say, well, these were inexperienced people, no kind of real combat training, that were trying to make the best of a situation.
And
And
also a
one
bunch of
alien
idiots, too.
well, but I'm saying,
but
one alien dismantles that whole ship.
Yeah.
This one is like, oh, these guys, like it's no Alien versus Predator if aliens doesn't exist, because nobody would believe that the Predator would have any challenge taking out one alien. Because that alien is pretty much easy to beat. Like he really comes out in the open and is like, let me grab you. Like so,
which is why
but
I always
aliens is a little harder.
This is why I always hated the end of Aliens versus Predator, because by the transitive property, a bunch of space marines can beat a bunch of aliens, and one predator can beat a bunch of badass marines. So therefore, one predator should be able to just lay waste to thousands of aliens. But they end up losing in Aliens versus Predator. I hated that.
Did they lose
try to
an
play it off,
Alien
like,
versus Predator? But it was a baby. It was a baby. It was a youngling who went.
The way they explain it is that they only send the best of the best to go do that shit.
I thought that the way they explained it was that's how you prove that like you're a worthy warrior. You
Well, then
have,
their
like, you
race should
can't-
never existed because apparently they all suck. They sent the C team down there. Like, how do y'all still procreate if that's what you get making your kids do? Because I made my kid do that, we would not have kids in the world, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 of the 3 dudes die, and the third dude dies in the next movie. I mean, like, I hated that. I was like,
I
these
need to
predators-
rewatch. It's been so long, so then I can come back with a better counter.
These predators should have been like
argument.
high-fiving each other and just having a blast. It's like, oh, this is great. Oh, best
I
day
don't think
ever.
I don't remember it that way. I don't
Fist pumping and like, yeah, this is. I love this.
Oh.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Oh, gap years.
I don't think so.
Plus, I don't. You have to pay me to go back and watch Alien versus Predator, so I'm good.
The first one is not bad. The second one is fucking god awful. I can't.
I
I
don't
like
rem-
the first one because Annihilation.
I know I saw the second one. I just don't remember it.
It is mean spirited. That's what I would say. Mean spirited.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's just like you know.
All right,
There's
Stacey,
a
you got
lot of
anything to say
stuff.
on Aliens?
There's a lot of stuff I like about Aliens. I like Hudson being like gradually going to like from cocky jackass to emotional wreck jackass. Like, because I thought, and like every time freaking Bill Paxton, rest his soul, opens his mouth, he's like saying something stupidly funny, and it's like, like he's fanning, game over, man, that's iconic. Or now what are we supposed to do? It's just it's like,
hey man,
he seems like he's having fun. All right, like everybody else is like, let's take this James Cameron movie seriously, and Bill Paxton's like, I'm Bill Paxton, let's have a good time here. Let's show up.
Well, Bill Paxton, I think, what is the one of the few or the only guy with a triple double, been in Alien, Predator, and Terminator.
He was in Terminator.
He was in the first one. He's in the very first scene of Terminator.
Oh.
He's in Predator. He was in Predator 2.
Predator 2.
Yeah. Whoa.
He's the only one of the rare people that did a triple double. Yep.
Triple double. Yeah,
what does triple double mean?
That's like a really big hamburger. It's like this big, and you got like,
someone keep that clip so we can just put it all over the internet for Jason. Yeah.
You gotta unhinged.
It's 1:38. We'll record at 1:37, and then we'll just take that clip for Jason.
So that guy, the triple double guys.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Continue.
Some sort of sports reference for all I know.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll ask my assistant later.
But yeah, I don't find Newt to be that annoying. In most movies where they add a sequel and they add a kid, the kid's annoying. Newt's just kind of just really there a lot of the times, and like, yeah, she's gonna call out for the one person that's like actually looking out for her. So I don't find that annoying. Paul Reiser is supposed to be fucking swarmy and sleazy.
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
His character. And it's like, because there's if you, after watching this movie for like the 15 millionth time, like you start to realize like they were setting her up from the get. Like they knew all that shit was there. Like they set all the motherfuckers up.
Yes.
Like, because even when they're talking, what's his face? Gorman was like, "Oh, it's a xenomorph." Like, if y'all didn't think there were aliens there, how do you know what y'all looking for? How y'all got a name for it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many like little subtle things where like, oh yeah, they're sending them to fucking die or something like that. So, or someone's not telling the truth. So there's a lot of little subtle things in there. Yeah, it's bombastic. They kind of overly masculinize Ripley, but they make her a mom again, so that's kind of like it balances out.
Is Newt in the rest of the franchise? Oh, okay. So not even her fucking mom. See, guys?
Oh, well, yeah. Part 3 is probably part 3 sucks only because the beginning of part 3 is so bombastically bad that we just trash the rest of the movie because part 3. It
literally just undoes everything that happens in Aliens 2. It just like
those are my favorite kinds of movies.
Yeah, and undercuts it, and like it's David Fincher, so it's like it's still got like moments of like genius in there, but it's like he was rushing. It was like his first movie he was ever making, and like the studio
was
writing
the script while the movie was going on.
They were literally writing the script while they were shooting the movie. But Charles S. Dutton is in it, and like anytime you got Rock in there, Like,
And then Alien Resurrection's even worse than that. So
yeah.
Is that the one that has Winona Ryder in it?
That's the one that has Winona Ryder in it.
That's the moment
Mom is dead. Mom is dead, dickhead. That's what she says.
But then we learned that aliens can swim. So
yeah,
that's a thing. Yeah.
Cool.
And then they completely fuck up the franchise after that by saying all that shit that happened before. Who knows?
They're just trying to make a buck. Okay, so the rest of the Alien movies are not by James Cameron then, just this one.
Just this one, yes.
Okay, so we're done watching this, or are we keeping on?
We're done watching James Cameron movies. Okay. Thank God. Unless we've got to watch Terminator 1 and 2, which is probably his best pair.
I mean, if y'all are gonna make me keep watching James Cameron movies, I'm gonna insist that one of them be Titanic. So you better think really
my heart will go on.
Yeah, you ain't gonna watch some more James Cameron. You good. You're right. You know what? He's a hack. He's a terrible hack. We don't need to watch any more of his movies.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Let's get to the rating of Aliens. If you don't know, now you know. We have a system. If it's good, we give it a head. If it's mid, we give it a cannon. And if it's a straight dookie, we give it a circus. Lisa, overall story, what would you give this?
It's canon, I guess. I've heard it's tropey. It's tropey enough.
Fired.
It's a trope for a reason. Tropes are tropes for a reason.
It's tropey. You're right. It's very tropey. Jason, what would you give this overall story?
Yeah, canon for sure. Definitely canon.
I'm going to give it a head because it's just the simplest story you could possibly make. Yeah, they go Space Marines, shoot aliens. Game over.
Space Cowboys. Yeah. Game over, man.
Yes.
Performances. How would you rate this one? Lisa. Listen.
Performances.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Where to start? No, I think Sigourney Weaver, I love her. I think she's fantastic. I could never say anything bad about her. So just because she's in it and it's her show, it's head.
Jason, what would you give it?
Oh, right there is head. I mean, I'll have Sigourney Weaver's baby. I will be that Avatar girl in the new Avatar.
We figure out who that baby's daddy is. It's Jason. He's sitting there touching that giant, like licking the glass.
I miss you so much.
Wait till
I'm the daddy,
leaves, my love.
I know. I'm the daddy. Don't worry, baby. I'll take care of you.
I will also give it a head. I enjoy. I think everybody plays their part like the way it was meant to be played, and I think it's great. Lastly, one-liners made by Bill Paxton. To give him.
Oh,
Lisa,
head all day. Head all day. Yes.
Well, Jason's head.
If I had to hear "man" one more time, it was like "bro" in Avatar. Like if you made drinking game, we would be dead. If there was a drinking game about how many times Bill Paxton said "man" or how many times that those stupid little kids said
those
"bro,"
sad bros,
like we would be dead. We would have to be. Our stomachs would be pumped. Like no. Circus.
I loved every little one-liner that they had in this movie. I think it's like a masterclass in how to write terrible one-liners. I'm gonna give it a head. Overall score from 1 to 5. Lisa, what would you give it? 5 being great, 1 being shitty. And remind you that your job is hanging on the score. We are both funded by James Cameron.
Oh. Did I like this more than Avatar? Absolutely. So it's 3.
That's all that matters to me. Jason, 1 out of 5, what would you get it?
4.5. I love Aliens.
Yeah, I'm right with you. 4.5. I love this movie. It's not perfect by any means, but it's as close as it's going to get without adding more Bill Paxton in it. All right, we've talked for a while now, and this is the part where the Elvis fans are like, "Thank God they finally get to it." It's the end. It's the end of our show. The end of the
my world friends. As we know it.
Not the song that I was singing, but It's fine. For all those, don't forget to pick up your book club book for this book club month book. It's the 5th season by N.K. Jessamine. The 5th season by N.K. Jessamine. That was what I was going to say earlier. I'm actually halfway through it right now.
God, you're such a good
haven't even
student.
cracked it open yet. Yeah, I haven't even cracked it
Me
open
neither. I haven't even.
Y'all better get to it because look how big this thing is.
Jason, it's fine.
It is thick.
That's what she says.
It's fine.
It is thicker than a pregnant Latina right here. This is thick.
It's all right.
Man, that cancellation button gets closer
Guys,
and closer every week.
Listen, it's still
every week.
We're still working on a few things. Okay, just everyone.
Still working the king.
Please, just give me some time.
Lisa, do you have any closing words for our audience, please?
I forgot. Okay, so we're not going to be here next week because I'm going to be in Universal Studios, Harry Potter Land.
No.
Sorry, not sorry.
Must nice
spelling on this.
So yep, I hope everyone has a happy holiday, whatever they celebrate. And I hope they get spoiled. And be nice to each other and check on your strong friends. Mental health is important. So just a simple text saying, hey, are you alive? Or hi, I'm alive would be fantastic.
There's a TikTok that goes around where the guy's like, you know what? Today's the day. Just do it. And then people are like, no, not that.
Yeah. Not for you. Not meant for you.
Not for you.
Yeah.
Jason, you have any closing words?
Thanks everybody for the support. Anthony, he is one of the people that will write in and talk about horror movies when we do a horror movie review. Looks like it's the first time I've seen him on the thread on a live show. So Anthony, again, we do this every Wednesday, typically starting about 8:30. So come through, kick it with us again next week. Again, the show's just been growing and growing, and we've been having comments and feedback, and it's making me to the point I have to do another comment reading part of the show again. So probably another week or so when Lisa returns from Universal, waving her wand around in the streets. We'll probably do
just raking that blicky just all around.
You know, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hollow Points. So, but other than that, guys, just thank you guys. Right, Harry got the blicky.
This is a stick up.
Put all the wands down. Put them down. I came from the Muggle world. We don't play this out here. So Harry going hard.
Right. Galleons.
They said, mouthful, you the richest one in school, huh? What size shoe was that? Mine. But anyway, but thank you guys for the support. And just going to keep churning it out, man. And if anything you want us to review, as always, put it in the comments and we will review it. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Let us know if there's something you want us to watch, especially old school movies that
we like to remind you that Lisa has not seen anything.
Literally, I haven't seen anything from the 80s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. Unless my husband loves them. That's it. So, yeah.
Well, thanks, everybody. Always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the stuff so that we can finally make money and quit our jobs and go on tour and, and sell out like the other people do and go to the movie premieres. But either way, y'all be kind, be considerate. It's the holiday season, so tip your servers and bartenders more than 20% if you can afford it. And if you see Jaren, tell them that the best Ghostbusters movies is the one with Melissa McCarthy.
And tell them that with your fist.
Yeah, with your fist. And spit. Bah. The best Ghostbuster one is the one with the ladies. Bah.
Okay.
Y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.
What?
And I gotta hit it twice.
Oh, jeez.
What they say?